The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Happiness Jungle TV show with yours truly, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. And I met the most incredible woman that you are about to meet that is changing lives. And it all started because she needed to change her life. This is a woman that I met that is very passionate about helping other women step out of their shells and become within the greatness that they have within, and to really shine and to understand how much purpose we all have, and to also realize that everything that we go through in life has purpose, and it's to help us grow. Dr. Valorie Parker Hagan from Coral Springs, Florida. I could not be more excited to have her on. This woman is the CEO of A Soul of a Woman. Can you feel that? A Soul of a Woman. And now, without any further ado, please help me welcome Dr. Valorie Parker Hagan from Coral Springs, Florida. Hey, Dr. Valorie, how are you?
I am awesome, and I gotta tell you, you are such an extraordinary, beautiful woman yourself. From the time I met you, the light just was radiating. I was like, who is this woman?
Well, I feel the same way about you. And I remember also being blessed with being able to be on your podcast as well. And it was on Valentine's Day, a matter of fact. And we shared some love for selfless love. So thank you very much for being a part of my life. And I appreciate you so much because you're making such a big difference in other people's lives because of everything that you've gone through. Your wisdom is what other people need to hear. So can you share with us, Dr. Valorie, your story and how you became who you are today?
Well, it started with me being a victim of domestic violence. I had been married to who I thought was my soulmate for 19 years. And 17 of those years, I was a victim of domestic violence. I was in love with this man. I thought the sun set and rose upon him and he could do no wrong. And that's how it is when you're in an abusive situation. You feel that that individual is God almost. And I respected him and I loved him and I thought he was right. But I found out 17 years into the marriage that I didn't have to take that. And it took my 4 children to intervene on my behalf to pull the scales off of my eyes. And I was able to say, okay, this is enough. What have you been doing for 17 years? I checked out for 17 years. I was existing, but not living. And that's what so many of us do as victims of domestic violence. We just make it through day by day, not really enjoying a living life because we feel that that's the lot that was given us and we just succumb to it.
That is so true. My God, 17 years. And it didn't feel like 17 years, did it?
No, it went so fast. It was like when I woke up, I was like, 17 years I've been in this. And then it took, 2 years for the divorce and everything to be final. But 17 years I endured it. It started 30 days into the marriage, believe it or not.
Wow, so soon. Isn't it funny how Prince Charming comes into our lives, sweeps us off of our feet, and then after they have us, they treat us as a possession.
Oh, yeah. We mistake that for love.
Yes.
But someone that is controlling and manipulating, they don't love you. They want to control you.
Mm-hmm. How do people recognize this, Dr. Valorie? How do the women that are watching us today come to accepting that they are in a relationship that isn't healthy? How do they understand that, my goodness, this is happening to me?
Well, first of all, when you're in love, everything seems rosy. And I'm sure you can attest to that because you have your own story of survivorship. At the moment, we feel that everything is okay and all right. And the reason why any abuse happens to us is because we caused it. But it is not right for anybody to take us outside of our natural character by putting their hands on us, manipulating us, taking us away from our families, controlling the financing, calling you 20 times a day to find out where you are. And that is control. We think, okay, he's calling me because he loves me. Oh, he's calling me because he cares about me. No, he's trying to check you to see where you are so that you won't wind up where he is probably and get busted out. So we
Isn't
have
that the
to
truth?
we have to be sure that we find ourselves in a condition where someone is loving us and treating us like the queens that we're supposed to be.
Oh.
And that's why my first book, From the Soul of a Woman, Love Shouldn't Hurt, was very important to me because love shouldn't hurt.
And you are an amazing speaker. You're an amazing author. And I want everybody to realize that you're not just known in South Florida, but you are globally known. And you share the wisdom and the knowledge because there are people that are from all over the world that right now you are speaking to. Let's give them some tips now that they understand that it's very possible that they really are being controlled. Let's give them some tips for how they could start believing in themselves again, maybe even to gain that strength that you and I had to gain in order to release ourselves from a very venomous relationship, especially when there are children involved.
Yeah, it's so funny that we stay a lot of times in situations when we have children because we feel that it's best, and also because of the fact that we want this family unit, not realizing that that family unit will wind up going down from generation to generation and forming a generational curse where the boys I was blessed to have 2 sons and 2 daughters. And the message I was sending by staying in that situation was, men, it's okay to abuse your women. And the message I was sending to my daughters was, it's okay for you to take it and stay in there because this is what love looks like. And that's not the message that we need to be sending. And it all begins with love. And love is such a powerful 4-letter word. If I were to break it down and say, what love is and what it means and what we should consider when we're walking through those valley experiences is, first of all, we got to like ourselves. We have to like ourselves. And a lot of times when we're in situations that are abusive, we don't like who we are. So we rely on that individual to validate us.
Very, very.
And we don't need validation from someone else when we believe and trust in ourselves, when we like ourselves. We are queens. We're fearfully and wonderfully made. And we were created on purpose for purpose. And that's one thing we have to keep in mind and always remember, that we're worth it. We're worth the fight. We're worth the battle. And that individual that's trying to dominate and control, it's because they see the power that we possess, and because we're powerful creatures, that they want to stomp out that light that shines ever so bright. So we got to first like ourselves, like our order. We're not always going to be skinny. We're not always going to be runway models. We're not, fat, short, skinny, tall. We just have to like what we have as far as individuals. We have to celebrate those things we do have. And we have to take ownership of where we are in life. Wherever you find yourself in life, we made an appointment to be there. We allow things to happen, but only we hold that key of turning that knob and opening that door and walking out to unlimited possibilities. And that's why I wrote that 4th book, Unlimited Possibilities, Walking in Purpose, because we all have the ability to cause that shift, that dynamic in our life where we can move from this place to the next. And then we have to value ourselves. We have to value who we are as a person. And once we value ourselves, then we value the people we have in our life space. And we can cancel out those people that don't bring value to us. And that is such a powerful thing once we learn to value ourselves, because when we value ourselves, guess what? We don't need you to validate us. We're already validated.
Oh, that is so true. Your books are on Amazon, is that correct?
Yes, and then you can order them from my website, from thesoulofAwoman.com, or they can email me at drvalparker@gmail.com, and I will send them the link so that they can be able to order that. It's drvalparker@gmail.com.
Oh, that's fabulous. I am so delighted. You know, when I wrote my book, Tears of Fears, Behind Closed Doors, back in 2009, I had no idea that I was supposed to be writing about my story, but somehow or another,
Wow.
God said to me, the universe said to me, Lyn-Dee, you had purpose. Now write about it so you could help other people and they could gain the strength that you gained, but some of them need guidance. Write it so they can read it and they
Yes.
can become. And
Yes.
that's
Well done. You've done a magnificent job. And I thank you for the platform that you've created and for the millions of lives that you've transformed, not only to women, but to men. And I thank you and I applaud you for that, because you have caused a shift in the atmosphere. So many individuals, that is such a powerful thing. You have no idea that one person that you connected with has the ability to transform thousands of lives. So just think of the millions of people that you've inspired. I salute you.
Oh my God, you're going to make me cry. My goodness. The most important thing about the Happiness Jungle TV show is helping our audience get off that couch and make a difference. I have watched you in front of a room as the audience is listening to you. We are glued to every word. And as we take a break, only to come back in anticipation to hear more of your wisdom, I see the light bulbs going off in so many saying, I'm going to step into where I'm supposed to be. And it's because of Dr. Valorie. I had no idea that was going to rhyme, but that one was for you. Oh,
that's my girl, Lyn-Dee.
That's your girl. And I have to share with you that laughter is the best medicine, and realizing that everything has purpose, and don't be the victim mentality. Why is this happening to me? He should be loving me more. No, you should be loving yourself more.
Yes.
I love what you said about the kids, Dr. Valorie. You are so right. There are so many people that are staying in relationships, whether it's marriages or relationships, because they think that it's healthier for the kids to grow up in that, and then they'll separate when the kids go off to college. And what you said was so valuable, because we are raising our children to mirror, hopefully, the better within us. And when we're bringing them up in a poisonous environment, we're giving them permission to live and continue into a poisonous environment. So I appreciate you to sprinkle those seeds with flowers and those special scents to make us realize that it's the slight edge philosophy. Slowly we could help you get out of where you are. Yes. But you have to be able to reach out to us for us to be able to grab you and help you step by step safely return to the person who you were meant to be.
Indeed.
And you attract so many kind-hearted inspirers because of who you are. Let's speak about that. Talk about being contagious within yourself. Whether you're out networking or you want to become more powerful. Isn't it true that we should always remain a student as well as a teacher?
Oh, absolutely. I'm forever learning. I mean, I've learned from you. I know when I feel like I'm having a bad day, I think about you. I'm like, oh, Lyn-Dee's always smiling. She's always going through something. So I be like, okay, you have to shake it off and keep it moving. We have to be able and ready to embrace the journey that's ahead. Once we start liking ourselves and celebrating who we are, we're always one person away from a breakthrough. But we can't meet that one person if we're on the couch. Oof. When you say there's people sitting on the couch, I remember, this is no exaggeration, I remember days laying in the bed with the cover over my head because I didn't know what to do next. I didn't know what the next step was. I was like, okay, is this all there is? And I just was stuck. There's so many people that are stuck in life.
Yeah.
But then one day I heard a voice, and this man was Les Brown, and he said, in order to be successful, you must be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, I got to get up from here. And so many of us, when we're so overwhelmed with life, life happens to us all. We don't get a chance to pick or choose what journey we're going to take. Even when people that have illnesses, we can't pick and choose what illness we're going to get. Life deals us some cards, and we have to be affluent enough to shuffle that deck, pass out those cards, and keep moving.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, life happens, but we got to get up.
Yeah.
We were created for purpose with unlimited possibilities.
Yeah.
There's somebody that's waiting on your voice. There's somebody that listened to you, Lyn-Dee, and got up and said, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm washing my face, and I'm walking through that door. There's somebody that heard me and said, okay, if Dr. Val got up, I can get up. So it's not about us. It's always about what God wants to do through us. And as long as we're living and breathing, then we are a testimony and a testament to what is possible. Because as I said, we've all been through something.
That's right.
Especially if you're a woman of a certain age or a man of a certain age, you have been through some things. You could turn those pages and be like, wow, I went through this and I'm still here. And that's what it's all about. You have to go through it. You have to go through it. And life is a process. When you go through your situation and your circumstance, you look back and see how you got over. You were like, wow, this is a process. I was in the refiner's fire, but now I'm out and I'm shining as pure gold. I promise you, if you keep moving, if you keep going forward, you will shine as pure gold.
Oh, my goodness. I could feel the gold little flakes just pouring. I want everybody in the audience just to realize, just to hold up your hands and realize and feel those gold flutters that Dr. Val just gave us permission to receive, because I am sharing with you. It's a shower of love. It's a shower of like. And let's talk about Mr. Les Brown, because that is truly our connection.
Yes.
32 years ago, I was sitting on a couch as an abusive wife and a brand new mother when I heard the voice of Les Brown saying, you have greatness within. If you're going to fall, you fall backwards so you can look up, so you can get up.
Yes.
I manifested meeting you. It only took 32 years.
Wow.
And I share that with people because I want them to realize, never lose your dreams. My dream was to not only meet Mr. Les Brown, but for him to know my name, Lyn-Dee, not just to know me from a crowd. And because I dove into so much personal development, I not only got to meet Les Brown, I got to hug you and build a relationship with you.
Yes.
What a gift. What a gift. So whatever your dreams are, don't ever lose them. Work towards them. I remember when, if my ex-husband, my abusive husband, saw me reading anything positive, he would rip that out of my hand and he would toss it. So I had to secretly pour into myself. When I went to the bathroom, I had a book hidden. When he wasn't looking, I had a book hidden. When he went for a walk, I pulled out my book. I kept pulling out my book, and as soon as I heard him, I closed the book and I put it away. And as he thought that he was destroying me, in fact, he was helping me fill myself. And I couldn't wait to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom so much, he kept on saying, are you okay? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh. Let's talk about personal development and pouring into yourself, even when others don't want you to.
Well, you know, I had the opportunity of meeting Les Brown. My cousin Deborah invited me to hear him speak. And I had no idea who he was or what he did. She was like, oh, he'll be good. You know, cousin, you always, trying to do different things. You're always trying to make connections. This will be a good connection. This will help encourage you. I had just got out of my domestic violence situation. I'd been divorced for a year. And she was like, you just really need to hear him. And I was like, oh, it won't hurt. And I went, and like I said, he was speaking, and the only thing I could remember out of that whole presentation was that quote: in order to be successful, you must be willing to do those things today others won't do in order to have those things tomorrow. That's the only thing I could remember what this man said. And at the end, he collected business cards. So I gave him my business card. And I walked away. My business card to this day still has this beautiful rose on one side, and my picture and information is on the opposite side. And he was like, hey, who gave me this rose? And I turned around and he had my card in his hand, and I said, me? I was like, okay. And he said, come here, I want to talk to you. And he says, what do you do? I said, I do marketing and consulting for churches. And he said, I need to get into churches. I said, oh, Mr. Brown, you don't need to get into churches. Trust me. Those people are mean. They're horrible. Because I was a pastor's wife.
Wow.
So my abuser was a pastor. And he was like, oh, no, I need to get in there because people preach Jesus, but I teach people how to live the message that Jesus taught. And I was like, okay, I was mesmerized. I couldn't say nothing but okay. So from that time to this 21 years later, I've been his primary booking agent, event planner, and we have traveled the world nationally and internationally. And he was my one person for my breakthrough. I had already been working. Now, see, you can get a breakthrough by one person, but you have to be in the vineyard working. You can't just be laying on the couch. You can't be just like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I may do it today. La, 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 la. You have to have that get up and go. Me, I was like, okay, he said he wants to help. But these are things I already knew how to do. I knew how to connect them to the churches because I was in the church.
Right.
So, and it wasn't just small churches. I had mega churches like TD Jakes, TBN. I already had that in my portfolio because of the fact that we dealt with mega churches at the time, and they knew my name, but they didn't know what was going on behind the scenes because, we all play, our roles in life. We're the greatest entertainers on the planet, especially if you're a victim of domestic violence. We know how to perform. We can get an Academy Award, and that's what I had. I had 2 globals to make it. And I had drafted my children in on the acting because on the outside, everything looked picture perfect, but it wasn't. So you have to be able to have something in your pocket to pull out to show someone to be able to share. So if you're sitting on the couch or with the covers over your head doing nothing from nothing is what? Nothing. So you have to be able to have something of value that someone will want to acquire about. We want to always know who you are, what you have, and why we should even care. Well, these are 3 things that people always want to know when they're trying to engage you in their world, especially somebody of substance. So what do you have? What's in your pocket?
What do you want to be in your pocket? I love that story with how you were able to, you went to an event as a student of Les Brown, and then it became a business partnership, an entrepreneur partnership.
Yes.
I remember meeting you, Valorie, and I remember everybody saying, you see that beautiful little lady over there? And I said, I do. And they said, well, that's Mr. Brown's bodyguard. You got... And I said,
I'm only 5 feet, right?
And I said, wow, she's got to be one powerful woman. And you know what I saw? I didn't see an aggressive woman. I saw a passionate woman that was helping the world be more powerful.
Absolutely. Mr. Brown has had so many health challenges,
Yeah.
and people don't realize that when you're aggressive with someone that's going through physical ailments and the character and heart that someone like Les Brown has, he doesn't know how to say no.
Mm-hmm.
If it was up to him, he will do and give to everybody because that's who he is.
Yeah.
On and off the stage, that is who he is. There is no like, oh, he's one person on the stage, and then when he get off, you can't even get it. No, he likes to speak and talk to everybody.
He does.
Only thing is that when you're doing an event, it's so hard for him because he's always trying to be up and be that person that he used to be, that his body doesn't always go along with, that doesn't know how to cooperate is
Right.
the word I'm trying to say. So once he gets in the room, he is totally exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody like me, or we have other assistants with him, we have to remember the things that he says to people and try to, either we can do it or we can't. But if it was up to him, oh, he would just do everything, because he loves, I've never met a person so authentic that really genuinely loves people and wants to see people succeed. And that's why I've been with him like 21 years.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to one day having him on the Happiness Jungle TV show so I could help share him with my audience in the world, in New England, and everybody, because he's just exactly what you said he was. And I got to also say thank you. I can't believe we're almost out of time. Oh, I want this show to be longer. But I want to also say how much I appreciate you, because last September, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, in October, there was an event going on that I really wanted to be at, and it was Les Brown's 3-day certification event, where I couldn't go because I had surgery. And I'll be darned, the day after my surgery, you and Mr. Les Brown called me and sent me well wishes, and I will never forget that. These are all things, ladies and gentlemen, you are able to manifest in your life. Bring to what you want. It is there for you. It's just a matter of you dreaming bigger and stepping out of your comfort zone. Dr. Val, give us some last-minute wisdom that you would like to share with the world.
Well, I want to tell everyone, whether you're male or female, you're more powerful than you ever imagined. And love affects our past, our present, our future. Love is an emotion, a gift that was given to us from God, and it should never, ever hurt.
Amen. How can everybody get in touch with you, Dr. Val? The world needs to know.
Yes, they can contact me by email, drvalparker@gmail.com. That's DRVAL Parker@gmail.com. And then also from thesoulawoman.com is my website. And if you need any additional assistance or want to know about Les Brown and what he's doing, you can also go to trainwithlesbrown.com.
Are you also coaching and mentoring others as well?
Oh, absolutely. If they email me, I can give them information regarding that and other products and services I have, as well as my 4 books that I've written. And hopefully they will motivate and inspire you to walk in unlimited possibilities.
Amen. And I know them to be true, because you are a woman of wisdom, of greatness, and I am so proud to call you one of my sisters. I appreciate you so, so much. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe it. All we're asking you to do is make a change for you so you love and like yourself and you become who you want to be. And remember, others are watching you, especially your children and your grandchildren and anybody else that you want to leave a legacy to. Make sure you're giving them the right message so they are never treated as that doormat. We've never said that life was easy, but we did say that you could be happier. This is Lyn-Dee Eldridge, your Chief Happiness Officer, with Dr. Val Parker Hagan from Coral Springs, Florida, sending you love, happiness, and joy. Say goodbye, Dr. Val.
Much blessings.
I love you.
Until soon. Love you more.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.